Hey, everybody. I am so excited today, both professionally and personally, because I'm here with one of my personal heroes. I'm so happy. Christine McVie, formerly of Fleetwood Mac, of course, keyboardist, singer, songwriter, is joining us in the studio today for a very good reason, because her second solo album is in stores now. It is called In the Meantime. So you are entering the solo waters again, so to speak. You did it 20 years ago. How's the process different for you this time? How excited were you to begin this process? What made you do this?
Well, I didn't start off with the intention of making a record. I was just goofing around with my nephew originally. I'd written a song, You Are, which is on the record there. And I just called him up and said, do you fancy putting a bit of acoustic guitar on this for me? And he came down and stayed, and we recut the song, and he's pretty good with a computer, so actually very good with a computer. And we just started working from there and just did it more for recreational reasons than anything else. I mean, there was no objective in mind. We were just having fun.
Really? So it was kind of an accident?
It was an accident, yeah. I don't actually know what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. This feels all very strange because I'm supposed to be retired.
Oh, well, we're so glad you're not, though. This is great. Yeah, for the last 7 years, you've been living in the English countryside.
I moved back to England in 98, yeah.
So you weren't songwriting at all? You were just gardening and enjoying?
Well, I hadn't thought about songwriting. I mean, the point was I bought the house in England in 1990, which is, still 8 years prior to actually moving to England. And so it was that the seed was already planted that I'd move back to England at some point. And when I did go, I sort of forgot about music for a while. I was getting, fixing up the house, as you do, when you move from one country to another. It's quite complicated sometimes.
I'm sure.
And it took time to get sorted. And then, I fell in love with a chap, and I wrote a song for him, and and then, as you can tell later on in the song, I fall out with the chap, and so it's sort of a song, an album about the emotions that I felt during that relationship, which ended up, with forgiveness.
Somewhat of a labour of love, so to speak. Then
it's just a story of that relationship. I mean, I wasn't going through all the suffering. I mean, that was all gone, but I drew from that emotion. So it wasn't a sad time. It was a really fun time.
Right. Tell me about the title, In the Meantime.
Well, it means something to me, which is personal. But I mean, then it's kind of it's subject to interpretation. A lot of people think, oh well, it's like hey, don't forget I'm still here.
Right.
But that's not what it means to me.
Okay.
And
you're not going to tell me?
No.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully she'll tell me a few more things. We're going to talk more about Christine's past, her present, and her future when we come back on All-Star Jams, hanging with Christine McVie.